Today on the channel, we've got an unboxing of giant proportions with the Mattel Ultimate Edition, Andre the Giant.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mattel Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got the latest and greatest in Andre the Giant Ultimate Edition. But for all your Ultimate Edition needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there, folks. And today, we've got Andre the Giant. And of course, we're gonna do this review like we do all the other ones here on the channel. We're gonna take a look at the packaging. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna unbox it. We're gonna talk about it. And we got a ton of comparisons to do later on at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's take a look at the packaging on this one. And this is one, there is a lot to talk about in this Andre the Giant. A very, very interesting figure with a lot going on here, as you can see right there in the package. One of the most ultimate editions I think we've ever had, is we do get a title belt, which we always love title belts with our Ultimate Editions. Tons of hands, specific hands, tons of heads, and a soft goods shirt. There's a lot going on here, but there's also a few things missing that we're going to dive into. But typical Ultimate Edition packaging, as we know, Andre the Giant on the side, a classic Andre picture, WWE logo at the top. Ultimate Andre the Giant. Then on the back, you got Andre, you got a glamour shot of the figure, glamour shot in person, you got a tail of tape, you got the blurb. And of course, his mate in this set is Seth Rollins, and I really like what Mattel did there, giving us a current star in Seth Rollins and a legend. I would love to see that dynamic go ahead in future Ultimate waves. I think that makes a lot of sense, so I'd love to see that. Well, let's see what it says about old Andre the Giant. Height 7'4" from Grenoble, France. Beautiful this time of year. Finisher, the double underhook suplex. He's had a few finishers over the years. We'll count that. Career highlight WWE champion. Standing over 7 feet tall and weighing over 500 pounds, Andre the Giant was a superstar of mythical proportions, both inside the ring and in popular culture. His WrestleMania 3 match against Hulk Hogan helped make WWE a household name and proved why he's the 8th wonder of the world. So there you go. Looking very good. And like I said, there is a ton of stuff in the packaging here. It says, let's see, the largest professional athlete in the world. I always love these little things here. And on the other side, the 8th wonder of the world. So a little Easter egg action going on here today with old Andre the Giant. Gonna throw this off to the side. See you later. How about a little plastic prison? There it is. Look at all that stuff. Gosh, there's a lot of stuff in here, but there's some glaring things that are missing that are really disappointing. But we're going to talk about all of it. We're going to break it all down like we always do. Pull these hands out, pull these heads out, pull these belts out. Man, oh man, they didn't waste any time on this Andre. And really, this Andre could be a 2-in-1, really a 4-in-1 Andre. You got 4 different heads. There's so many different combinations you can do here. And my gut tells me when I do see this, I'm going to play a little of that long game, and I'll get a 3rd edition. Yes, 3rd. I have 1 on card, 1 unboxed, and then I'm going to get another one to unbox. And I'll probably display them totally differently, which is a fun thing to do with these, if you're into that kind of stuff. There goes Andre. See you later. A little spin on him. And we're going to stick Andre off to the side. Man, oh man, this is an interesting one here. Of course, Andre the Giant, larger than life, like they said. A big part of my childhood as well. Bam, see you later. I came into wrestling shortly after WrestleMania 3, so I missed all that build-up, all that Andre stuff. Really, my first real deep memories were around WrestleMania 4, things like that with Andre. So, no doubt about it, though, going back as a kid, watching all the Andre stuff, the older WrestleManias, tapes, things like that, I'm pretty well versed in my Andre the Giant over the years. Never would say he's my favorite. I don't even know if he's in my top 10, but definitely something you paid attention to. And probably my favorite, gosh, it seems weird to say, my favorite run was with him and Bobby Heenan and, of course, King Haku against Demolition. Obviously, as a kid, I thought that was the greatest thing ever. Looking back at it with adult eyes, you can see Andre was in a lot of pain. Wasn't moving around so well anymore, but you really just didn't know any different as a little kid there. But Andre, a lot of good memories. Of course, matches against the Ultimate Warrior. We remember those as well. And that's where it gets us to one of the things that is missing from this pack, unfortunately, is I've been requesting this for a couple of years now here on the channel, but I've really always wanted that Ultimate Ultimate Warrior Andre Giant head, for a lack of better terminology, but it was an Andre wore face paint in a couple of those promos. I think this would have been the perfect time to give us that. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. I did ask the Mattel team about it WrestleMania weekend, and they said that is something they feel they could do and they possibly will do, maybe in the Target Legends line down the road. So I guess we'll look forward to that. I think there's just an easy layup there, and I think it would go a long way. Would be great to have that as a little Easter egg in something like this, especially with 4 heads. I think that would have worked really well, but if we get in the Legends line, I'll be happy with that in the future. But let's break this one down first. Let's take a look at it here. And we're going to look at this title belt. We're going to skip over the hands first. We're going to this title belt. Now, getting the most out of your molds, as we just saw this in Elite Series 100 with the regular edition Andre and the Chase version, of course, the suited Andre. We saw this belt with that. I don't know about you guys, but I think I could have done without this belt in place of maybe a singlet, and we're going to talk about that as well when we get to the figure here. But it is a cool belt. It is a belt design that you're only going to get really Andre the Giant use out of, so I can see why they put this here. But it's weird that we get a belt with Andre, but like a Bret Hart did not get a belt. And I think a lot of that goes to all the paint hits with Bret Hart, where Andre, very plain Jane, really, honestly, there. But we do get this belt. The big extra deluxe title belt that's going to fit around Andre as need be. We do get a soft good shirt on this one, a very interesting, nice soft good. It does have the Velcro in the back. Of course, we've seen some like Stone Cold that pull over like a normal shirt onto your figure, but this is a very iconic, and I would say the most iconic Andre the Giant shirt of all time. Andre is a guy that never got a lot of merchandise. I should say nowadays he does, but back in the old days, the WWF catalogs, things like that, there was no Andre the Giant stuff like Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior things. But this one was a very iconic shirt. Very cool that it comes with this. Now, my first instinct when I saw this was coming with it, I said, hey, this is a way to make your basic elite. A lot of us have that basic Andre the Giant. Most recently from the Hulk Hogan 2-pack, there was, of course, the one with the ring cart. I figured I could put this on that, make it a little bit more elite. Don't know if that's in the cards anymore, and we'll talk about it here in a second, but we do get that shirt. Then we get hands with Andre, and I absolutely love this as well. Of course, we do get 2 pointing finger hands, left and right. Choose your own pointing adventure. We've seen these before. Always nice to give somebody the old point hand. We get 2 fists for Andre. Of course, you got to have those giant fists. Love to see that. Love to see these bigger fists with Andre the Giant. And then we do get 2 gripping hands on the figure as well. And then the ones that are really cool, these are sculpted just for Andre the Giant. And I guess subliminally, maybe I knew this, but maybe I don't. I don't know. You guys tell me where you stand on it. But Andre had like a bend to his fingers when he would put his hands out like this. It's almost like he was trying to live long and prosper or something. Isn't that what like Worf used to say on Star Trek, maybe? Or maybe it was Spock. I don't know. I don't know my Star Trek, unfortunately. But he does one of these almost. But you got something like that going on. I don't know if it's just Andre couldn't move his fingers or what. But definitely interesting hand design here. It almost reminds me of Larry Bird, myself, my dad. It's a gene of some of the all-time greats, of course, where you got the bent pinkies. Like my pinkies are bent naturally. I don't know, they say if you have that, you're a great basketball player, you're a really tall guy, or you're a big-time action figure collector. That's what I've always heard, and you guys can fact-check that if you want. But the bend to the pinkies, but an interesting one to spend the tooling on some one-and-done hands. I'm sure we'll see these with Andre the Giant in the future, but a very interesting hand dynamic there. Then we get down to the heads, and gosh, where do you even start on something like this? 4 heads, is that a first in the Ultimate line? I feel like we've had 3 heads in the past, but I don't know if we've ever had 4. Just goes to speak more to what I was saying earlier. I think we all would have loved an Ultimate Warrior head, especially with 4 heads. That would have been a very cool thing. But we do get a very plain Jane, stoic Andre the Giant on the figure here. You got the black curly hair. Very much on point. Looks like Andre the Giant to me. I think if somebody handed me this head, I would have no problem saying, oh yeah, it's Andre the Giant. It definitely looks like Andre here. But now we start going through these heads. We get Andre showing a little bit of a smirk here. We got a little bit more personality on this one. A little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow going there. And we got those big rows of teeth. Andre always had just, it looked like miles of teeth going there. Very yellow teeth. Not quite Super 7 where they just really painted them yellow. But he's got a little bit of a yellow stuff going on in these teeth. He wasn't a fan of a toothbrush, obviously. But this one definitely, once again, looks just like Andre the Giant. We keep on with these head sculpts. Now we get the crazy-eyed Andre the Giant where he's got the big old eyes going on. A very famous Andre the Giant look there. Very kind of funny, very comical, but one that is warranted. And the cool thing about all these extra heads for us Andre the Giant, say you want to go back to that basic. You want to go back to that Andre the Giant from Elite 100. You want to go back to some of his earlier Elites. You could mix and match some of these heads there. That's great for customizers. People want to fix up their figures, things like that. You got a lot of opportunities to do that with all these extra Andre the Giant heads. And oh my gosh, this last one, I think I'm definitely going to have, like I said, I'm probably going to have 2 of these loose in my collection, and I'm definitely going to use this on one of them here. It's the big wide open mouth. Once again, you got the kind of red gums there, as infected gums maybe. You got the tongue, and then you got the yellow teeth on top of that. A lot of personality. This could be the most personality we've seen in a Mattel Andre the Giant figure so far. So very, very good. Black hair, same hair on all of these ones here, which does make sense. But very good. 4 interesting head sculpts. Honestly, I could have done without the smirking. Give us the Ultimate Warrior face paint one, but not in the cards there. But now we're going to dive into this Andre the Giant figure. And man, oh man, it's Andre. There's no denying this is Andre the Giant. You hand this to almost anybody in the world, they're going to know exactly who this is, whether or not they follow wrestling or not. It is definitely Andre. Now, he does have his black singlet on, which is on point, but this being an Ultimate Edition, I guess a lot of us assumed this would have been a cloth singlet on here, and that's something they've done in the past in the Elite line, so I'm shocked they didn't do that with the Ultimate one. So I don't know if they said to themselves, we could use this. We got this soft goods shirt in here. There's too much soft goods. I don't know. I think, once again, this is supposed to be the Ultimate Andre the Giant. I would have said leave the soft goods at home. Give us a soft goods singlet. You can make the argument either way there. It's cool to have a first time in the line. Obviously, I would have liked to have seen both. Cut a hand out, cut a head out, cut the title belt out. Get us the cloth singlet on this one. Maybe they were worried about staining. Not exactly sure. And it's funny, as I was racking my brain going back to WrestleMania weekend, seeing this on display at Mattel, and I was like, I thought it was cloth, but then I went back and looked at my pictures. He was displayed with his shirt, so you couldn't really tell that it was cloth. Didn't catch my eyes. I missed it, maybe. I don't know. But it definitely looks good when you have him like this, though. I will say the singlet works just fine, but the problem comes if you want to do some different movements with Andre. The sculpt gets split up, and it does really take you out of the moment there, takes your eyes out of it. It just looks a little strange. Obviously, you got the shirt on there. You're not going to have any problems. It's going to be fine. It's going to cover all this, but it is a bit disappointing, if you ask me, just to see that breakage there. Once again, this is supposed to be the Ultimate. This is the tippy top from Mattel. Really would have liked cloth singlet on this one, but it is still a really, really good looking figure. And if you're one that's going to display it with the shirt on, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But I would have loved to have seen this line up, loved to have seen this look a little bit better, better execution in the singlet. That is going to hold a lot of people back, and I'm guessing that's going to be the biggest gripe for this Andre the Giant figure for a lot of people. And it is kind of sad because this is a really good figure, and it's cool to get a giant Ultimate Edition figure. We have a lot of the same body styles, body sizes. This is a big Andre the Giant figure. This is a little bit bigger, and it makes us wonder, okay, what can we get in the future for Giants? Are we going to get some more big guys? Are we going to get Giant Gonzalez Ultimate Edition one of these days? Fingers crossed. Give me that one. Big John Studd, I could see maybe reusing some of that. Or who knows, maybe they'll just keep this sculpt just for Andre, and that's the way it'll go. But I could see this down the line. We're going to see this in the Coliseum collection. You know they're going to get some reuse out of this with some different Andres that we got in the Coliseum. We get the old school short or long-haired Andre with the tights on. Probably get the black strap one, and I would not be shocked to see the black strap as a cloth one in the Ultimate Edition from the Coliseum collection down the line. So I think that's a little bit getting the most out of your molds, going that way. I think we'll see some of that in the future. Who knows when, 2024, 2025, but I do think we will see this re-released in the Coliseum collection. Probably a different head or something, but you'll probably get the cloth singlet in that one. I guess we'll stay tuned for that. But let's walk through the articulation real quick on this. You do got the Ultimate articulation. Arms go all the way around. Bicep cut. Double jointed. Pinless elbows playing the hits. Of course, the hands are removable. You do got the butterfly shoulders on this one. A lot of deep articulation there. Always love that. Hula hoop at the top. Traditional waist. Head removable. Head side to side. Back and forth, of course. You do get the big old Andre the Giant splits. Known for his splits, of course, in the back. You do get the thigh cut. Double jointed knees, unfortunately not pinless. You do have the pins in the knees. You do get the boot cut. You do get the ankles back, forth, side to side. And then you do get that McFarlane-esque toe articulation. Looking good right there. But man, he is a big figure. And this is really exciting to get a new Ultimate Edition in a new body size, big style here. Really do like the looks here. Really, there's a lot to like about this. They give you more than anything. This feels like the most ultimate of Ultimate Editions. It's just missing one key little factor, of course, the singlet. But does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. No, he does not. Will he fit on this foot? Oh my gosh, he doesn't fit on a ringside stand. What are we doing? Is this possible? Is this real life? Oh, he doesn't fit. The hole is too small. Andre's hole just a little too small. Who'd have thought? I can't believe that. That is a little bit of a shocker there. Not sure he necessarily needs a stand. He does got a pretty wide base on him, but really strange he doesn't fit on the Mattel stand. So that's a little bit strange. But there he is. There's Andre. Now let's get some comparisons going on here. There's a lot of Andres that are very similar to this, and let's do some comparisons right now. Let's bring out that first Mattel Andre. Once again, claw singlet on this one. A little bit more haggard Andre, I always thought. I was never a big fan of the head sculpt, but that's the beauty here. You can mix some of these head sculpts onto these if you're a hardcore guy that wants to move things around. I don't like doing that myself because I always feel I'll forget what I switched around and then all of a sudden it's just chaos in the collection. But some people want to get the ultimate version of Andre. You can pop this singlet off, put it on here. There's a lot you can end up doing with this one. It'd be interesting to see size difference between these two. Very interesting. They are the exact same size. Actually, to my eye right now, the Elite one looks just a hair taller. Literally a hair taller, which is kind of surprising. I felt like the Ultimate one might be a little bit taller, but doesn't seem to be the case here today. If I can get him back on a stand now. Let me try that. Oh, come on, Andre. You guys fighting me with these Mattel stands today. What is going on? There we go. So there it is. There's the, I believe, Matty Collector one back in the day. Andre the Giant. Stayed him right there. And then we got the earlier Elite one. Once again, we got a soft goods singlet with this one. And we did get the big old afro that was removable. Kind of a weird Andre. I do regret not buying two of these back in the day. I would like to have one in the traditional singlet and then one with the hair with the blue tights underneath. I really should have bought two of these. I need to be on the lookout for a loose second version there. I wonder, will this fit on here? There we go. Now we got Andre. So you could pop that on there if you really wanted to. You want to grab that wig from that prior one. You could easily do that. So it's up to you. Choose your own hair adventure. Who'd have thought? But definitely an interesting one with this big old fro there. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Very comical, like, really is what it is. But I do expect to get a full-on head sculpt of Andre. Once again, the Coliseum collection with the blue tights Andre in the past, or in the future, I should say. There it is. But there's another Andre. Here's that basic Andre I was telling you about. And maybe I'll do some glamour shots with the shirt. I was thinking about putting this shirt on that Andre, you know, dressing it up, turning that basic Elite in a lot of ways. And that is the one there from the Hogan 2-pack, Ring Card Edition, whatever you want to say. But we do have that Andre there. And the Andre the Giant, Mattel's keep on coming. There's the latest one. This is, of course, the Elite 100 version of Andre the Giant. And I'm curious, is this the same head sculpt? No, it is different. This is a totally different head sculpt for Andre from any of these other ones. I don't think this one matches these. No. No, yeah, this is a totally different head sculpt, so I think that is really cool there, and you could pop this over onto this one if you really were inclined to. It does, to me, look like the skin tones are a little bit different. This is a little bit whiter, where this is a little bit more tan on this one, but it is definitely interesting. Boy, this guy feels like a true giant, and this one in the suit is even taller than the Ultimate one, so it plays with my mind a little bit. I feel like for whatever reason, I guess they've never claimed that, they've never said that, but it feels like the Ultimates should be a little taller than the Elites. I mean, that's just my brain working that way, so who knows. And then we got, of course, the gold standard to Andre the Giant in the black singlet, the all-time great, the Super 7 Ultimate Edition, of course. I know a lot of people do not like this one. I actually like this black singlet one better than the yellow trunks one. I will say that much, but at the end of the day, you compare it to these, I'm definitely a Mattel guy as far as Andre the Giants go. Very interesting skin tone color, but I do like the singlet on this one. It's like a soft, mobile, movable plastic, which is a little bit different than what we get with some of these guys here, but definitely for comparison's sake, this was the last Andre in a black singlet that was released to the world, and it was from Super 7. But quite the murderer's row of Andre the Giant. This isn't even all the Andre the Giant figures in my collection. We could easily do a top 20 Andre the Giant countdown, and Andre the Giant maybe does deserve a top 10. You know, we're getting dangerously close to 30,000 subscribers here on the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, you might as well. Let's get after that. But once we hit 30,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a top 10 countdown. Maybe it's time to do Andre the Giant. I never thought about that one, but he's had a lot of figures over the years and a lot of really good figures over the years. So I might dive in. We might do a top 10. We'll see what happens with that one. I guess stay tuned on the channel. But what are your thoughts on this Ultimate Edition Andre the Giant? Easy pass, easy pickup. Are you happy about it? Do you have the same gripes as me? Do you have the same things you liked as me? I guess let me know in the comments your thoughts on everything Andre the Giant Ultimate Edition. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to give it the old Hacksaw Jim Duggan thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, it always helps the channel to subscribe and tell a friend about it, all that kind of fun stuff. Don't forget about the Patreon for early access to videos like this, bonus bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it, a lot going on over the Patreon, and best of all, you do support the channel and all of its content. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Andre the Giant, I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.